Good with one of these.
Interesting facts about famous people.
Westons Fun Facts. Did you know? Having made so many videos on the Western genre, I have managed to collect many facts about Westerns. Some you may know, some not so much. Today, we will look at some fun facts on the classic Western era. If you enjoy this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Let's get into it. Westerns ride again and again. While the Western's heyday ended in the early 1960s, filmmakers continued to revisit the genre over the next few decades. In the last couple of decades, Hollywood has produced remakes of 3:10 to Yuma, True Grit, and The Magnificent Seven, to name a few.
Is this your confidence?
Now you see, that was worth it, wasn't it? That was kind of good.
Pretty good.
You just healed my...
No thanks to the Oscars. Despite the enduring popularity of Westerns and the sheer number of Westerns made, only 4 Westerns have ever won the Oscar for Best Picture. 3 of them were made after 1990. Dances with Wolves, 1990, Unforgiven, 1992, and No Country for Old Men, 2007.
He's just a guy.
It ain't, it'll do till the mess gets here.
Message?
Yes.
From pasta to burgers, seeing the success of films like Once Upon a Time in the West, American films began borrowing from the spaghetti westerns. Hang 'em High and High Plains Drifter, 2 films starring and produced by Clint Eastwood, both took major cues from the Dollars trilogy. Butting heads. John Wayne was offered the lead role in High Plains Drifter, but turned it down. He detested the moral ambivalence of the film. After Eastwood invited Wayne to collaborate on the Western, Wayne wrote a letter scolding Eastwood, which read, "That isn't what the West was about." Singin' Cowboys. The most popular early Westerns were singing cowboy movies, featuring the likes of Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. They'd round up cattle rustlers, then sing a song about it. In some of John Wayne's early roles, even he appeared as Singin' Sandy Saunders. Wayne had a terrible voice. His songs were dubbed by the director's son. Cross culture. John Wayne's character in The Searchers has a catchphrase, "That'll be the day," in 1956. An aspiring songwriter named Buddy Holly saw the movie. That'll Be the Day became his first hit, reaching #1 on the Billboard charts.
I hope you die. That'll be the day.
Cowboys and sushi. Americans did not turn away from foreign influences when it came to Westerns. Not only were spaghetti Westerns popular, films by Japanese director Akira Kurasawa also provided inspiration. The Magnificent Seven, for one, was based on Kurasawa's Seven Samurai, while A Fistful of Dollars openly plagiarized the film Yojimbo. California Bound. It wasn't until 1910 when pioneer filmmaker D.W. Griffiths directed In Old California that a Western movie was made in anything approximating an actual Western setting. It was the first film ever shot in the little, unknown town of Hollywood, California. Just for Laughs. The highest grossing Western of the 1970s was Mel Brooks's Western parody Blazing Saddles, passing the previous holder, Bob Hope's The Paleface, 1948.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Seeing double. Cowboy says, "Doc, you're so drunk, you're probably seeing double." To which Doc famously replies, "I have 2 guns, one for each of you." He then spins his pistols on his fingers to demonstrate his dexterity, even in his drunken state. What many of us may not have noticed, however, is that he spins the guns in opposite directions. Brena and McQueen fought over a dirt pile while making The Magnificent Seven. The 1960 classic, The Magnificent Seven, had its fair share of gossip coming from the set. Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen famously did not get along. In one petty conflict, Yul Brynner would kick up a small mound of dirt to stand on so he would appear just as tall as his co-star. When Brynner wasn't looking, McQueen would kick the mound over.
Yeah. Want to take a job?
The original Jango, Franco Nero, shows up in Django Unchained. Franco Nero originated the character Jango, playing him in 3 spaghetti westerns in the 1960s and 80s. Following the success of the original Nero film, the Jango character popped up in over 30 unofficial sequels over the years. In a quintessential Tarantino moment, the original Jango meets the newest generation and shares a brief bonding moment over their name. The Great Train Robbery. The first Western was also one of the first movies to use modern filmmaking techniques, clocking in at 12 minutes. The Great Train Robbery tells the story of, spoiler, a great train robbery, and may have been inspired by an actual train robbery committed by Butch Cassidy just 3 years prior. Bronco Billy. The first big Western star was Bronco Billy Anderson. Bronco Billy played 3 roles in The Great Train Robbery. From 1910 to 1919, he starred in more than 400 Bronco Billy serials, with names like Bronco Billy and the Baby and Bronco Billy's Narrow Escape. 1939, considered one of the best years in film history. That was the year of Gone with the Wind, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and The Wizard of Oz. It was a particularly good year for Westerns, with studios granting more and more of their budget to Western movies. 1939 saw the release of Union Pacific, Jesse James, and perhaps the first great Western film, Stagecoach. Stagecoach was an important film for several reasons. Not only was it one of the most expensive westerns made to that point, it was also a breakthrough role for John Wayne. Stagecoach was also iconic western director John Ford's first sound film.
Hiya, Buck. How's your folks?
Wyatt Earp. John Wayne owed his film persona to Wild West legend Wyatt Earp. Wayne claimed to have been introduced to Earp by cowboy movie star Tom Mix, who, like John Ford, was a close friend of the legendary lawman. Everybody's a critic. John Ford, famous as the best Western director of all time, won 6 Academy Awards over the course of his career, including 4 for Best Director. None of them were for Westerns.
Cut.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.